Hey folks, if you know me and you've heard my rants over the years, you know that I loathe the nanny state. But fasten your seatbelts because what you're about to hear is a desire for some selective nanny statism when it comes to one particular issue. This just in, well, not really. Canada gets cold, Canada gets snowy, and Canadian roads get cold and snowy. This is called stating the painfully obvious, of course. Even so, winter, which has just officially arrived, was on my mind the other day. Because while winter is indeed here, Jon Snow, too few motorists, aside from those in the province of Quebec, have their vehicles decked out with winter tires. But why? We're often told driving is a privilege, not a right. Several jurisdictions already tell us what we can and cannot do behind the wheel, be it anti-idling bylaws or hands-free cell phone laws. We are also told ad nauseum that safety trumps all. That's why seatbelts are mandatory, right? So if that's the case, why the hesitation to implement mandatory winter tire laws in all provinces as opposed to just in Quebec? In fact, when you think about it, a mandatory winter tire law makes far more sense than a mandatory seatbelt law. Hey, if you don't wear your seatbelt and you end up going headfirst into the windshield thanks to a collision, you're only hurting yourself. But what if you went into a skid on an icy road due to inappropriate rubber and you end up taking out a pedestrian? You might walk away unscathed, but not that innocent bystander. So where, pray tell, is the safety first logic in that? In one sense, I partly blame the tire manufacturers for the ignorance regarding winter tires. The worst descriptor ever coined by tire manufacturers was all-season tires. But unless you live in a place like Florida, those all-season tires are really only 3-season tires. And please spare me any rebuttals about your region not getting a whole lot of snow in wintertime. Winter tires use a different rubber silicate that increases their ability to stick to the pavement when the temperature goes below plus 7 degrees Celsius or about 46 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's not necessarily about the snow, it's about how your car performs in lower temperatures. And is there anything more perverse and pathetic than watching, say, a 6-figure Mercedes S-Class doing fishtails on an icy road because the owner was too cheap to spring for winter rubber? I mean, give me a break already. Indeed, I once had a discussion with former Ontario Provincial Police Sergeant Cam Woolley. Cam said that not investing in winter tires is a penny-wise, pound-foolish strategy. Here's what he told me, quote, "If you have a $50,000 car and you lose it in the snow and go into the guardrail because of bad tires, well, you'll have bought that car in terms of increased insurance premiums over the life of the vehicle. So what's another $500 for a set of snows," end quote. And he's right. As well, assuming you're going to keep your car for at least 4 or 5 years, you're going to have to replace your 3-season tires in that time frame anyway. So why not invest in winter tires and effectively double the lifespan of your regular rubber? Bottom line, don't be cheap, folks. In fact, it might just be that you can't afford not to have winter radials, given the cost of repairs or insurance premium hikes if your all-season rubber fails to grip properly and something really bad happens as a result. And in the meantime, here's hoping more provinces follow Quebec's example, as well as the example set out by no fewer than 17 European nations that make winter tires mandatory for all. You just can't argue against such legislation given that it makes so much sense to have winter tires from a safety, performance, and even economic angle. In other words, just where the heck is the nanny state when you really need her? For the Rebel.media, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Hey folks, the Rebel has a new app. Please download that app and take the Rebel with you wherever you go.